beer there.
Elliot.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And may I say welcome to the Lightning Ridge Grawin Bush Museum. Today is a very auspicious occasion that it doesn't very often happen in Lightning Ridge, that we're going to have the official opening of this particular museum. I think that with Kenny and Helen, that they had a lot of foresight when they first started, and with the help of Billy Cap, that they've been able to give Lightning Ridge something to the city people of New South Wales and other states to see something that they perhaps can't see in any of those other states. Right now, I'd like to call upon Helen, the good wife of Kenny, to come up and say a few words. Welcome, Helen.
On behalf of my husband and I, now, we would both like to welcome you and thank you very much for coming up here. We've enjoyed putting this place together. It's taken a lot of hard work, a few arguments. Now, Harry, it is very nice to see a recognition from the people here today, and I believe we have visitors. Matt, our new bank manager, his mother and father up here. It's very nice to see. I hope you all enjoy yourself, have a look around, help yourself to a sausage sandwich, and if you're lacking in a drink, yell, because we'll find you. Thank you.
Yeah. Hey. Notice Kenny disappeared. You can see who the boss of the household is. Right now, without further ado, because he's a very busy man, because today there's so many councillors up here, but Mr. Peter Prentice, your local Shire councillor, has been afforded the opportunity, and with his pleasure, he is going to officially open the Lightning Ridge Grawin Bush Museum. Would you please put your hands together, Mr. Peter Prentice? Mr. Chairman, Helen and Ken, and Billy, and fellow honoured guests, it's a wonderful day for me. I was trying to cast my mind back to when I'd opened anything before, and I can remember a doctor in 1941 opening a carbuncle on me, but I can't ever remember opening any of it myself. Nevertheless, if it is the first occasion, it gives me great pleasure and honour to do so. Having lived in this town and the area for around about 3 generations, and my little boy's the 4th generation, I know what the people that came before us did to make it what it is, and the deprivations they lived under when you see the equipment around us that they had. And I'm very grateful to Ken and Helen to put that equipment together to perpetuate the memories of those people, to show what they did before us. And I think that they need to be congratulated highly, and at this stage I really want to congratulate them. I'd like to touch on the fact that Lightning Ridge has been made up of some pretty tough characters. People that are prepared to work hard and fight for what they need. And I hope that I can be in that fight to get the people the title that they need for this area. I've heard, and I want to touch on it, the fact that it is entitled. You know, when Captain Cook arrived in Australia, he didn't arrive here with a handful of titles either. Nobody had any title. And I believe any land that you get, you earn it and work for it. And if anybody's ever worked and earned for a piece of land, it's these people. Precedents have been set. Where mining purpose leases and tourist purpose leases and all sorts of other leases have been granted after something has been set up. And there's no way in the wide world that anybody worked harder for any of those other things, and not to say they don't deserve them, than Ken and Helen have. We've had people in the past here that have had a sense of humour, people that have been able to make something out of nothing. And one that comes to mind is Fred Bedell. He's dead now, but we thought enough of him to call one of the sections of the school the Bedell section. And I remember one of Fred's sayings that in his will he wanted, when he died, to be skinned and made into a side saddle. The idea being that he'd be closer in death to the two things he loved best in life, a good horse and a good woman. So, you know, with those few words, and many thanks to Ken and Helen for what they've done, and a continuing fight to get them what they deserve, and all the congratulations in this world, I have very much pleasure in declaring this Bush Museum open, and I'll do so by holding up the plaque. And I officially present it to you, Helen.
Show it this way, Helen.
And thank you all for being a very good audience. Thank you very much, Peter. Right now, to keep the show going, we don't want you to go away. Keep those stubbies in your hand. We do want you to enjoy yourself. And we're going to call upon the third person of the show to come up here. It's a part of the stage show. There's other displays going on afterwards. And also there's a raffle going on to aid the local Boy Scouts, and they've been doing a wonderful job around here today. Well done, boys. Anyhow, Billy, you ready? I didn't like looking at you too much. So get out here and on with the show. Thank you very much.
I'd like Liz. Where's Liz? Where's Lizzie? Where's Liz? She's out in the back there somewhere. I'd like her to come forward because we've worked out a routine. We haven't got time to learn it, but we'll read it. Lizzie, where are you? Helen, where is she?
Where is Lizzie?
Well, see if you can find her. In the meantime, I'll start something up. Right, I think we'll start off with a second of Australian numbers. Can anybody hear sing? Anybody hear sing?
Yeah.
You can? Right, we'll start off with a second of Australian numbers and try and sing the words. If you don't remember the words, we'll hum them. If you can't remember them, just pretend you can. I'll start again. Everybody here from Melbourne? You're from Melbourne? That's beautiful because my brother's just gone down there for the holidays. He's a burglar. I went to Melbourne one time. I played the Shirley Bassey show in the Tivoli in Melbourne. We had a wonderful time there. I went to the real estate agent. I said, look, I want a very nice house in a very select area. It was. I think the council has selected it for a rubbish dump. It was built on the side of a hill. I kept sliding out of bed. The ceiling was so low, the only food you could have on the table was flatfish. Now, I don't like fish. I got nothing to eat till Pancake Tuesday. After 3 weeks, thank you. At least somebody's still living here. If you want to go into it for me, go ahead. I'll throw them back. I'm waiting for him. I went to him. I said, look, I've got a complaint about this place. He said, what's your complaint? I said, the roof. He said, what about it? I said, we want one. He said, you got any more complaints about the place? I said, yes, it's full of bugs. He said, there isn't a single bug in the place. I said, I know, they're all married and got large families. He said, what are these bugs doing? I said, they're crawling up and down the bedroom walls all night. He said, well, why don't you drag the bed away from the wall? I said, I did that, and they dragged it back again. He said, well, why don't you put some petrol on them? I tried that too. They came out of motorbikes. I said, I've had enough of this. Once you can sell the place. And you know, 3 days later, a family came all the way from Liverpool, where I came from. They came over, and they said, we're going to buy this place. I said, you're not buying this place, it's full of bugs. They said, don't worry about that, we'll bring a team that was like them.
Yeah, very good.
You don't look too good. As a matter of fact, you look like you just come from a funeral. What happened? They forget to bury you? I said, how did you get here? They said, oh, we swam. I said, you swam all the way from Liverpool in England to Australia? They said, yes, the boat was leaking. Oh, he wants a German one. Well, I can think about it. Oh, yes, I've got one. There were 2 Germans next. And one German said to the other, I so schließlich alle Dienste heute in the home. And the other said, yeah, you see, yeah, she goes, and the first one said, here, put she nice, we see nice, take the home, look, take the home, I'll put the here. And the first one said, who, reach the height the house. Did you like it? I thought you were stupid. And he used to sing a favourite song of English, one of my favourites. It goes something like this. I'm a man who's very lonely, and I lead a simple life. I've only got one friend on earth, and it's not the wife. It's just a little bottle, and I keep it on the shelf. I call it Johnny Walker's, and I drink it all myself. I take a little drop out of the bottle every night before I go to bed. I take another drop out in the morning. It gives me courage for the day that's dawning. When I was a baby on the bottle they put me, and I'll be on it till I passed away. Now when I'm old and grey, you'll hear the people say, he's been on the bottle since about me. You want gin? You want gin? Well, get out, right up, we'll put the microphone away. I'm not taking any chances. Would somebody mind fixing that up, please? Would somebody go and fix that up? I'm not taking any chance on that because this blue team killed one man by doing the same thing. Very well. Oh, stop.
Don't leave.
What? I think you can still hear me. Can you hear me at the back there?
No.
You can? Thank goodness. I can hear you as well.
You what?
Hey! Listen, if you want the force, we'll go back into it. Right, many years ago, when television first started, every actor had to work his own way. I think I'm going to need a salt thing in a moment. I'll be rushing to take. I'll try. I'll set this up for a stitching. every performer had to do the whole himself. Oh boy.
In the corner.
Hold on, I've got to get this.
He's got a captive audience. We've got to pay to get out.
Yeah, they're passing 44 down the road.
Well, get to the one I want this mic out. What, please? Too big. Right. Whenever I went in to do Channel 7, they used to tell me that I had to do the advert myself. So I did. And the advert went something like this. There was a checkball with the camera there, so I used that as the lead camera. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want a smooth drink, the best drink, the finest drink in the world, all you do is get a bottle of Gilby's gin. All you have to do is take a cup of the Gilby's gin, pour a little into the glass, drink it down. Smooth is the word. Smooth is the word, because Gilby's gin is the smoothest drink you'll ever get. Well, that was all right at 8 o'clock in the morning. Can you imagine by 10 o'clock? Every quarter of an hour, Gilby's gin. By 10 o'clock. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want a drink, the smoothest drink in the world is Gilby's gin. All you do is you take the top off, put it in the glass, drink it down. That is the word. By 3 o'clock. He's not falling. Hey, gentlemen. Put it in the glass, drink it down, empty it in the bottle, put yourself back out. Smooth is the word. By 11 o'clock that night. Hey, gentlemen. The smooth is the world. You put it in the glass, empty the glass, you can use it for washing anything you want. Use it for word. I think I'm holding back to this touch. Well, I'm going to finish off with one number and I'll try and bring on the other things back up. I don't know who's going to come on, but it's time. Oh, boy. How about the Irish? Okay, I'll tell you what, we'll try a classic first. I wrote one last night. I wasn't feeling too well at the time. I am thinking of calling it the Fight of the Minute Waltz, but we'll see. But it goes like this. Well, use another instrument. Won't be better than a finish, will it? Right, I'll try the Irish stuff then. Oh, by the way, I've been to Ireland. I went to get a job on the farm. I said to the farmer, could you use me on the land? He said, no, we've got stuff for that. And I've been to France. I went to Paris. I went to an exchange student. They didn't want me in England. Didn't want me in Paris either. I saw a young lady there and I asked her the way because I didn't know Paris very well, so I asked her the way and she showed me. Then I got a job as a salesman. I was selling glass skirts to women. And I was so successful, I stayed on and I started selling lawnmowers to men. You don't believe me, do you? I thought so. You don't believe me, would I? What will I tell you? Okay, we'll get back on with the Irish stuff. Oh, gee, I forgot it already. So I said, every time I get the Irish bit, I always forget how they started. Oh well, let me see now. Does anybody know any Irish stuff? How about the sailor's hornpipe? How does that go now? Now, got it. Come on, welcome the Boy Scouts.
Real clear.
Right.
They need to get the bar, huh?
I think these are American Boy Scouts.
We're on a Liberty, on a boat called Liberty, and before we go on, we're on dock. And we're going out after the Australians to kill them, and we've only got 3 missiles. And if we miss them in them 3 missiles, we have to shoot ourselves. So here we go, before we get on the boat. Good. Alright, boys, we're going on a mission to kill the Aussies. 3 missiles, if we miss, we have to shoot ourselves. Get that? Fair enough. Let's go.
Aussie 2 boat inside, Captain.
Aussie 2 inside.
Aussie 2 inside. Aussie 2 inside. Aussie 2 inside.
Fire 1.
Aussie, fire 1. Fire 1. Fire 1. Doesn't know how. Doesn't know how. Doesn't know how. Doesn't know how.
With his finger.
With his finger. With his finger. With his finger. Don't know how. He don't know how. He don't know how.
Press the red button.
Press the red button. Press the red button. Press the red button. Don't know how. Don't know how. Don't know how. With his, don't know how.
With his finger.
With his finger. With his finger. With his finger. Oh.
We missed.
Done.
Fire 2.
Fire 2. Fire 2. Fire 2. Don't know how. Don't know how. Don't know how.
With his finger.
With his finger. With his finger. With his finger. Don't know how. You don't know how. You don't know how. You don't know how.
Press the red button.
Press the red button. Press the red button. Press the red button. Don't know how. He doesn't know how.
With his finger.
With his finger. With his finger. With your finger. Oh.
We missed.
Done.
Fire 3.
Fire 3. Fire 3. Fire 3. He doesn't know how. He doesn't know how. He doesn't know how.
With his finger.
With his finger. With his finger. With your finger. He don't know how. He don't know how. He don't know how.
Press that red button.
Press that red button. Press that red button. Press the red button. Don't know how. You don't know how. You don't know how. You don't know how.
With his finger.
With his finger. With his finger. With his finger. Don't know how. Don't know how. Don't know how.
With his finger.
With his finger. With his finger. With his finger. Oh.
Just before we go off the Scouts, we've got a few more tickets to sell, so anyone that wants one, put up your hand and we'll come to you.
Righto.
Listen, before the Scouts go, how about giving them a really big hand for that sketch with that beauty? Come on.
You've been drawing us live vehicle. My girl when I get going to carry for you something.
Billy Silk, I think you all know him. I hope he comes down. What? I don't know, but we'll try and get him. I'd like Billy Silk to finish the whole thing up. Come on, Bill, what are you? Try and think of something. Oh, boy.
Going up there.
Aye?
You think you were standing up there being Lord somebody or somebody?
No, I'm not nobody.
You haven't got a brain in your head.
I've got anybody. I've got more brains in my finger than you've got in your feet.
Name's there, so I don't need to think.
Eh?
When Lord's my name's there, I don't need to think. All I know.
Okay, big hands, Billy Silk.
I'll put her on back to front. Out. And she isn't, she'll be all in. That's good. That was a very nice song.
The pity you haven't learned it.
That's better. I would like to sing you a little song about Lightning Ridge. This is the only place we have the green grass growing and the flowers and Oh, my name is Bill Silver. I'm a bachelor by trade. I'm here at the ridge. When the fortunes are made, you'll find me out here near the telephone line where I'm starving to death on the shamble. Never mind. Hello, everybody. Doesn't really make any difference. Well. That's a little bit better, Philip. We don't normally have a letter of horn here. Oh, my name is Bill Silver. I'm a bachelor by trade and I'm here at the ridge. Where the fortunes are made, you'll find me up here. In the telephone line, where I'm starving to death on the Jeffo mine. My house it is built of the government soil, and the walls are erected according to oil, and the roof has no pitch. It's level and plain, and I always get wet when it happens to rain. So come north of Wogan, you poor hungry men, with a spider, a pick, and a shovel, and then sing of your fortune and boast of your fame while you're starving to death on the Jimbo train. How happy am I when I crawl into bed and the mozzies all sing their sweet songs round my head, and the gay little centipede, lacking in fear, crawls over my pillow and into my ear. And the whacking great heat bumps all blotchy and white keep me up scratching the half of the night. And the little black sheep fly as sharp as a tack. Place, why don't you catch me all over my back? Farewell to the diggings, farewell to the ridge. I'll travel back south to the old harbour bridge. I'll go to the cross where I'll get me a wife, and I'll plunge on her earnings for the rest of my life. the growing field. Flies with crooks, the tucker was flat out there on the growing field. The loudest time I ever had was way out there on the growing field. There was Champagne Charlie and Harry's and we're sitting out there on the growing field. Stuck a stone, it was sure to crack, way out there on the growing field. I'm going back to front my bell. I'm going back to front my bell. Hey ho, from the growing field. I'd rather be in Batter's jail than way out there on the growing field. Not very good for the kids of the night. Please go.
Well done.
I'll go on for
Here, the alphabet.
Yeah. It's the miners' alphabet, ladies and gentlemen. We have A is for agate, that stands for the song. Hey ho, says Rolly. And B for the ball that helps us along with a roly-poly governance spinach. Hey ho, says Anthony Rolly. C for the cutting plant never been used. Hey ho, says Rolly. And D for the days that we went on the booze with a roly-poly governance spinach. Hey ho, says Anthony Rolly. E for the effort we put in our work, and F for the fellow who always does church. G for the gravel that sits up on top, and H is for Hodges who bought Dawson's shop. I for the Englishman always in style, and J for the German who drank all the while. K for the end of the cook that we shot, and L for the lazy crook tucker we got. M for the mudstones that no one would buy, and N for the new chum who broke down and cried. O for the opal that's so hard to find, and P for the poverty to which we're resigned. Q for the quitter who never could cope, and R for the ratter we swung on a rope. S for the stories of hard luck we hear, and T for the times that they're flashed in their ear. U for the unions we don't have to join, and V for the virgins who went down the mine. W the windlass, you wind with your chum, and X, Y, and Z you can stick up your tongue.
Now you've got to sign your own. Sign your own. Stick a sign. I'll stop weeping.
Let me put it in the copy.
What you got there?
Give me the microphone.
What you got there?
Spare balloons, what do you think they are? Spare heads? If they weren't, I'd give you one.
What are you going to do with them?
I'm going to do a trick with them, but before I can do the trick, I've got to untie them.
Can I have one?
No, you can't have a balloon because I've got to do a trick with them. If I give you a balloon, I'm going to be one balloon short, so I can't give this.
I want a balloon.
You can't have a balloon.
I want a balloon.
You can't have a balloon.
I want the black one. I want a balloon.
All right, you can have a balloon. Which one do you want?
I want the black one.
Red, green, yellow. Show me the black one.
There.
Bang. Now look at you doing. You're busting one balloon. I'm going to have a hell of a job doing a trick with two balloons now.
I never touched your rotten balloon.
I bet you were born twins and they're down long long.
Excuse
How am I going to do the trick now? I don't know. It's going to be difficult with only two balloons. Well, here goes. Now the trick is to separate the two balloons.
That one's got a spot on it.
Which one's got a spot on it? Which one's got a spot on it?
That one.
Bang! I've only got one balloon left now. Now there's only one left. I can't do the trick with one balloon. Here, you can have it.
That want it.
Why don't you want it?
It's got a hole in it.
It's got a hole in it. Show me where that. No, don't bother. I'll do it this time. There, that's it. Good night. Well, that's the first time we've tried to put that one over. But we didn't. We had no time to learn the thing, and
And we had no time for the equipment or anything else. It's not bad. Give the girl a good hand. And that's the first time she's ever been on stage. Very well, I will have to try and think of something. Hold on a minute, I'll go look in the book. I've got the oldest joke book in the world. 1984. I'm going to try and pick some lightning week jokes out of this one. We got one straight away. I must apologise for the heat here. We've got a very unusual breakdown of the air conditioning system. What makes it so unusual, it hasn't been delivered yet. It appears the tow truck broke down. I must tell you a little about Lightning Ridge. We don't need the book. Lightning Ridge should be taken as a whole. As a matter of fact, it should be taken as several wholes. And that's where it gets its flavour from. Oh boy, it looks like the fire brigade is coming to my rescue. Who needs the 57th debate?
Brigade has arrived. Some of the many spectators who have enjoyed immensely the opening of this museum. The White family, Lou and his wife.
And little streams of alcohol come trickling down the rock.
Part of the general party that took place with the opening. Friends and visitors galore enjoying themselves. Gentleman with the violin.
We both stopped at the same time, which means we are pretty good. For two kids of 16.
Little man joke.
Nobody loves the fairy when she goes. She may still have her magic powers, but that is not enough. They like their bits of magic from some younger bit of stuff. But once your wings have lost all of this glitter, and your things look more like rust instead of gold, your fairy days are ending when your wonders started bending. No one loves a fairy when she's old. Thank you.
Thanks, Phil.
Smile for the cameraman, Lorraine.
I'll run the rest of it for next year's Opera Festival. You're not from Queensland, are you?
Some of the many visitors.
You're not?
What sort of video does that go into? Is that a VHS?
That's for Mrs. Jones.
Put plan for Mrs. Jones. Put plan for Mrs. Jones. Put plan for Mrs. Jones. Put plan for Mrs. Jones. Oh.
And that was the end of Mrs. Day.
Don't get into the camera ring.
The first Lightning Ridge Scout group there at the museum, having a whale of a time showing people around, and now they're going to demonstrate how their forefathers worked the forge. Warming a bit of steel up there. Bit of a globe. Young fellas having it in turns. What are you going to do with it, boys?
It didn't move.
Are you going to sharpen that pick?
Yeah, going to straighten it.
Going to blend that board there as well.
Straighten it.
This board.
The sign tells the story. Home sweet home. Old VW. Combi set out as a miners' camp. One of the many signs stacked around here. If only those old wheels could talk. Party's well underway now. Our forefathers done it. All the interesting onlookers. A little mine for curiosity.
Just a water can, yeah? What? Just water.
The museum is situated on an area called Hatter's Flat, out among the opal fields, right amongst the workings. The old windlass sitting right on the back fence of the museum. More opal dumps. Here we have the back fence.
Neil! Neil! Get out of the road, Neil. You're in front of the camera, Mr. Sharkey.
I hate getting it all. You're in the road.
Oh, they were doing better before, Neil.
Can't do it the other way.
Come on, boy. Boy. This one, Carl, and walk in front of you.
The way our forefathers done it.
Good.
Curious little onlookers.
Oh, no.
Very good.
Is that
They have like, that's why I'm this is much as me, boy. Oh, probably too hot for the change.
The lazy man's way of doing it. The modern way. The 1983 way. This is the hard way. Worn fence posts.
Oh, right.
The louder the noise, the more elbow grease required.
Very good.
All the way from Bondi. And right around the top are some of the business centres of Lightning Ridge at this present day, 1983, October. Opening day is drawing to a close. People are starting to thin out now. It's $1 each, paid here. Of course, today we have it free.
Come on,
Hey, Rod, come now.
Gordon, what sort of a day did you have here?
Excellent.
And what was the Scouts' job here today?
Well, the
Scout's job was to sort of show people around and show them what the place was all about, sell raffle tickets to help us get our bus and other things.
So the Scouts are after a bus?
Yeah.
And what are the other things that the Scouts need?
Well, after that I think we're after a hall, a Scout hall.
Mm-hmm. Are you the first group at Lightning Ridge?
First Scout Lightning Ridge.
And what do you call yourselves officially?
First Lightning Ridge Scout.
Thank you very much. The old Bush Fire Brigade, part of the museum now, it's been replaced by a much more modern machine. Still percolates, and the children are going to have a little ride on it.
Hang on, Cook.
Actually does work. And don't children love fire engines, even if they are old? Touch girl and let her go. Okay.
Oh, I'm not serious.
We're not going to show the public that the wheel's not going around.
She's only bullshitting, mate.
Move. Can't even lift.
Drop it down a gear.
Well, no, now, just me.
Who is it? I said, I don't know.
Yeah, I know she got Will. Well, he's gone in there and she's gone home.
Well, that's about it for another day, folks.
TBA.
What's Opal? You know, we don't really know very much about it. You know, everyone overseas knows about it, but we've got no idea of you know, what this unique gemstone is.
Harlequins, pinfires, flashes and flames. The patterns are infinite, and the colours range from subtle to dramatic. The Australian opal, unique, precious, and sought by markets in the United States, Japan and Europe, yet overlooked by most Australians. Opal miners have been searching the remote and often desolate Australian interior for nearly 100 years. The rewards are few and far between. And yet the miner will start each day quietly thinking that today will be the day. High above the lunchtime bustle and entertainment of Sydney is a third-generation opal business headed by Greg Sherman. His father, Ernie, spent a lifetime travelling the Australian opal fields, searching for the precious gemstones that were destined for overseas markets. Greg remembers his early days as an opal buyer on the fields in the West.
The more I became involved with the business, the more I enjoyed it. It was a challenge. Every time I went to the field, a challenge driving there, through the mud and the wet and over soft sand hills in the summer. A challenge to beat another buyer. There we would indulge in subterfuge and psychological warfare. A challenge to buy at the right price. Some miners had an inflated idea of values. Every aspect was a challenge, right through to overseas marketing, where each market had, and still has, individual changing requirements.
You're pursuing a dream, but you can always keep your dreams.
We eventually trundled up in November 1969 in searing heat in a caravan, and we logged into town with a garden spade.
Oh, well, I used to be shearing about, and it was hot weather, and I came here for a break in the cool.
We came just to have a look and do a bit of digging. We started in a tent. We were so ignorant we only had a road pick to work with.
The women, I would say, earn the bread and butter of life, while the men are out in the mines chasing the jam and cream and their dreams.
Throw your hat in the air, and where it lands, you dig.
First time I seen a £1,000 note was here. £1,000 in those days, it was all pounds.
And about 12 years ago, there was a big rush on. Well, I was working on Bondi Beach, which is about 1.5 miles outside of town. And I heard about this big rush, and I could never find out where it was.
The first time it happened to me, I just sat back, and the candles were guttering. The effect was so tremendous, I just felt physically sick.
A chance meeting in a London pub led Terry Basford to Australia and the opal fields at Lightning Ridge. The miners and the townspeople know him as Oxford Terry, and his greeting of "What ho" is as well known as the little van that has become his mobile home.
This is what we call good trace country, in respect that one has a feeling that's opal around here. The same way as working the poker machine, in respect you feel this machine's going to pay out any moment. And just how many more 10 cents you're prepared to put in determines the future. I keep coming across these first-class traces, but I don't find opal.
The first time Terry came to the Ridge, he knew little about opal. After a luckless period, he left, only to return a few years later with more success.
There were half a dozen of them blinking in. After about half an hour of just staring like an idiot, I sort of brought out a penknife and sort of dug them out.
Terry has lost count of the experts and their guarantees of instant wealth.
If you really want to see that expertise is required, is talking to me absolute nonsense. It's sheer luck.
The success he's enjoyed elsewhere is not evident in this mine. Soon he must make a decision to quit and let others try. He knows that another miner will find the opal.
So all we can say is that opal is where you find it. At the moment, I'm disturbing something that's remained undisturbed for the last 70 million years. And when you see what nature has done to a lump of glassy-like substance and created this glorious pattern and colour, even though you may never see one, but once you've seen it, you want to relive that experience if you can.
It's very basic. If the women didn't go out to work, earn the money, the men virtually could not go out overnight. And that's it and all about it.
Robina Boardman is the Lightning Flash. She's the proprietor, sales lady and printer of this local paper. When her husband decided to come to the Ridge, she was told that it was not a place for a woman.
Like now. It's a bit like poker machines or any sort of gambling. We were lucky in the beginning. You know, we got a fair few opals. And then, the last year that we were mining, we went 11 months without anything at all. Nothing whatsoever.
When we first came up here, we had it very rough. We were living in a place with holes in the roof and holes in the walls and a dirt floor, and the hill used to drain through the camp so that every time it rained, well, there'd be a big mud whirlpool in the floor, and working down the mine all day. Then coming home and having to pretend to be a housekeeper with a husband that really wasn't very interested in washing dishes or sweeping floors, and all he wanted to do was collapse. Admittedly, he had worked harder than me, but there's no way you feel like cooking meat and 3 veggies and then a pudding afterwards when you've been slaving all day.
Liz Eddy has learned to live with the spiders, the scorpions, the centipedes and the cockroaches. But she still finds little pleasure in meeting a snake, especially when it's in a bathroom.
A lot of marriages don't last. The wives get sick of it because women like having new clothes and like being able to cook the food that they like. And they just can't cope with it and they do leave. And a lot of women with children, because if you've had all the right things when you were a kid and were brought up well and went to good schools and lived in a nice house, it must be heartbreaking to see the same thing not happening to your kids. Nowadays we're well off with gas
porta gas, which is a marvellous invention. But then, even since we've had the gas stove, we've had to go without it, gas when we've run out of gas when the floods have been on, and they've been flying all the supplies in, and the planes wouldn't bring gas cylinders in. Well, they can always bring beer in, but no gas, nothing important like that.
Really and truly, if you're a good miner, you suspected there was opal here, you'd get the jackhammer and you'd dig out all the, knock out the underneath, and then put the jackhammer over it, so you'd drop it down. But that's where you miss all the fun, because the greatest excitement in opal mining is discovering the opal. You know, when you see it sitting in the wall, there's nothing quite like that experience.
The Australian bush is well known for its characters. The reputation they've earned for tall stories and dry humour continues to thrive with the help of this outback miracle worker.
I have cured a 3/4 of an inch cancer in a woman's breast. I've killed it with this machine here.
People with health problems shouldn't rush to Lightning Ridge and ask to see Ken Fields. Although he is the unofficial bone crusher, you won't find too many locals beating on his door for an appointment. But although that side of his business is slow, Ken may have some potential with this rare and impressive device known as the Shelton Violet Ray.
A bloke from Sydney that used to drive a train and going into tunnels, he lost his hearing at 60-40%. By the time I finished with him in 1 week, he had 100% in one ear and 80% in the other ear.
Everything is marvellous when you're on the surface. You know exactly what you're going to do, where the opal is, and all the rest. You come down and you take one look round and think, oh my God. And then I think to myself, now, where would I like to be? Where else? And I sort of go through and I measure myself. One of my favourite streets is Piccadilly, London. So I measure myself walking down Piccadilly. It's now 9:20. What will I do? I find I don't want to be in Piccadilly. It doesn't really interest me very much. And I hate to say a word like one is contented, but I suppose one is. Yes. Bag and buried them. And then when he went to get one out, of course they'd all gone mildew, so he had to wash